purely be harass, or will it, you know, be centered around the idea of gaining ground and gaining position here with a tank? Because Terran have two options, you know, with that. They either run in there and try to kill stuff, and you know, ideally take out SCVs, or they try to, you know, specifically with a tank or with a Widow Mine somewhere that they can reinforce to, they try to just actually knock the other player out of that spot and possibly have to lift their expansion.
Well, Cloak Banshee on the way. Do have a couple Hellions outside right now. That bunker well placed.
What did Tasia do the last game for the opener? I don't remember.
Tasia went for a fast command center without gases. Made a few Marines to block the Reaper and went into double gas to tech up and into safety units. Cyclone, Siege Tank, Viking. Yeah.
Which I think is quite good on that map we had.
Yeah, no, it's pretty solid. Like, there's not that much jump up room for Reapers. You know, Journey really wasn't able to find too much damage. Like the Marine Siege Tank attack was kind of nice. It was pretty good.
And we have Vikings coming up here right now for Journey. Sometimes it's okay to try to completely prepare for the initiation in the hopes that you can actually gun down, let's say, a medevac or a Banshee or something like that.
Well, the Banshee is
going to lead that way.
He does have a Cyclone about to pop out. Very important. We have Cloak just about to finish. We'll see when he uses that.
Hopefully he'll have better, we'll see better Banshee control than we had in the last game where the Banshee did not kill anything over there. Getting lower, and he... Yes, he does. I actually didn't think he was going to get it, but he did. Nicely done.
Yeah.
Kills that. That's going to put Journey in a really good position.
It truly does. When you make Cloaked Banshee, if you get no damage done, that is a terrible spot to be in. He does have a second one coming. It only takes one.
Let's also keep in mind, Journey had his command center up for longer. He already has more SCVs, and therefore had the opportunity to land more mules as well.
Yeah, that's very true. And his tech is basically caught up. They're both
here we go
right now,
and
the Cyclone, man. The Cyclone is MVP right now. It's been dealing a lot of damage.
The way that Journey's migrating is pretty smart. He's making it look like he's just trying to keep him out of the perimeter, and then he goes back just enough because any player who's used Banshees enough is greedy.
Yeah.
Right? You want to try to get as many hits as you can. And then the Cyclone just goes right underneath it.
I got to agree with you there, Tasteless. Anyone that uses Banshees has character flaws such as greed is a main part of their personality.
That's right. Just like anybody who just, you know, all-ins every game has a character flaws of sloth.
Yeah.
There you go.
They're lazy as can be. They don't want to be good. They just want to win games.
Oh. Good job. Takes out that Hellion. Actually, Journey having little victories all over the map.
Yeah, this Cyclone is just being completely awesome right now.
It's kind of funny. I always thought the Adept was going to be a unit you'd make one or two of, and that would change the openings of the game, and the Cyclone you'd be mass-producing. And then as the game actually developed and we see how it's working, it's the total opposite. The Adept is more like another good unit that can attack for Protoss and has versatility.
Yeah.
Whereas the Cyclone is this like special...
It's like the Terran Mothership Core.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's just like a super good defensive unit, and then like loses a lot of value late game, which Mothership Core doesn't necessarily as much, but like it doesn't really do well in big fights. Oop. He's a tough guy when your friends aren't around.
That's right. I like that he saw that he was spotted by the Marine who's like, uh-oh, just sneaks over here. Excuse me. Yeah. Don't mind this over here.
All right, well, Tasia moving out right now.
This can still do a lot of damage here to Journey. He's going to be hitting on 2 different locations at once.
Yeah. Oh, he got some Sea Chinks on that high ground.
The stem here, by the way, is going to finish for Tasia a little bit more quickly. And in that window of time, that can do a ton.
I don't know what he's going to be able to do up a hill, though.
Wait, where did that drop
Journey's
go?
Pretty entrenched right now. Do have a little bit of poking here with these Vikings. Superior air forces right now for Tasia.
Well, taking this bunker out, that's the beginning of dismantling the defenses. Okay, so he's scanning here. He wants to wait for that scan to expire. He's scanning again, and he hasn't moved yet, so that's -2 mules.
Yeah, you know, luckily we do have 3 command centers here for Journey. He needs to continue to do this because the air is being controlled by Tasia. Oh, man, this Cyclone.
Okay, I think now he wants to inch forward. Oh, nope, don't do it yet. Medevac's
is he going to do a flank? I think that's what this move is. Yeah, he's just going to flank him as he comes in. I like this a lot. And here he goes. He does come in from the side. Seachank's doing some work right now.
And Journey completely obliterates this attack.
Yeah, it just kills absolutely everything.
That's it.
That's a smart GG there.
Yeah,
Tasia's actually been very
dead.
on top of leaving games when he's dead.
Yeah.
Like when he doesn't really seem to have a chance, he's just like
I know
out
some of you guys
there.
might be like, rage quit. But it's actually not a rage
No,
quit.
I think these
he
are
was
smart
actually
moves.
dead.
Especially for a player that's had wrist problems and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, there is no reason for him to play an extra second in that game. That game is over, and he knows it. Journey is a very good player, and he's going to finish him off from there.
Going on into the final match for tonight. Either Journey or Tasia moves on. I could be happy with either of these two, but I think most of our viewers are rooting for Tasia.
Yeah, and look at this. It's kind of funny because a lot of people are talking about how Zerg is a good race. 0% of Zerg so far advancing to the round of 16. 0%, 100% of Protoss, 50% of Terran. How crazy is that, guys? Oh my God.
Already, we're starting to see the truth unfold here.
Yeah, the truth is here. Protoss forever best. You take out the mothership core, no problem.
The last map will be Rakshir.
Yes.
It's been even so far. It all comes down to one game. Whatever the best TVT strats these guys have, well, we're about to see it right now. The countdown has started. The game is loaded. The final match, Tasia versus Journey, here in the GSL. In the bottom right in the blue, he is
Team Liquid 패자.
in the upper left in the red. He is
삼성 갤럭시 Journey.
I gotta say, like, it's cool that we're seeing a lot of players let through Rakshir, but Sky Shield looks way cooler, and I'm sad that we don't get to see Sky Shield more. It's just like the flames like coming up out of everywhere. It's like really kind of.
So it's quite an intense map.
It seems like chaos to me.
It feels like that whole platform is about to blow up.
Yeah, it's just like shooting through the atmosphere for decades. Like,
well, they both open up with a similar build so far.
yeah.
And let's see, you know, what they do. If they're both going for Reaper, it gets kind of funny, right? Because do you stay back at home or do you try to scout out? If they both decide to move out, that's also a little bit difficult. That's where we throw the virgins in before the show starts. Say, well, Tasis, where do you find the virgins? Don't worry, we know a lot of World of Warcraft players. Take that, World of Warcraft guys. Eh. No, but in all seriousness, it is a tricky thing. It is a tricky thing. Also, in all seriousness, I don't
To
have
catch
a
the
problem with World of
virgins and
Warcraft.
throw them in there? Or?
Oh, yeah, no, that part is easy.
Have you ever played World of Warcraft?
No, for like a minute or something.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually just not an MMOs, but it is actually World of Warcraft is supposed to be quite a good game. I'm not a gaming tribalist, sorry guys.
I have a lot of friends that played a lot. You're like, no, you don't. I'm
like,
your only friend. I'm
like,
like,
Artosis, you don't have any friends. Nice time, man.
I'm like, that's true, Tasis. You are the only person I know.
That's true. All right, guys. The game goes on.
Yeah,
and it's going to be Journey poking with the Reaper.
Pretend
and
this is ZVZ right now. Just look at the production tab. It's like,
there you go. There you go.
It's, you know, when it goes down this line, I wonder if we're going to just see the players get into Siege Tank plus Medevac tech, and that's where it gets kind of interesting, right? Who's going to make what moves there? Is anyone going to get aggressive with this?
Funny thing about Terran versus Terran is, you know, because Terran inherently deals damage faster than the other races, but also takes damage faster, it makes for such a brittle matchup. As well as the sophistication of early game composition. There's a lot of different units that are used early on in TVT. When you compare it to other matchups, it's pretty remarkable.
Yeah, the variety of tech units, you're definitely right about that.
You can basically
like,
use, I think, all the units that you can make early, you can use.
Yeah.
Which makes for you know, a pretty a delicate way to approach it, and probably more tactical scenarios imaginable than any other matchup that's there.
No ghosts or battle cruiser, but basically everything else. No Thor. I forgot that Thor was even in the game for a moment.
Oh
there.
yeah, that's
like,
true.
But and I guess no Hellbat. really. But yeah, it's like basically everything. That's kind of interesting. But yeah, that's a cool thing about TVT, and StarCraft 1 TVT was kind of like this as well. There's like more builds in that worked than any other matchup.
Yeah, it's always been like.
Well, I guess PVT you could literally do anything because Protoss was so easy, but
you always
TVT
say this when you
truly.
cast me. You always condemn me for playing Protoss and Brood War.
Look, I'm not even thinking about you playing Protoss. I'm just thinking about the race in general. Okay.
Okay, we have it moving out now. We have Journey and Tasia actually coming out. Now, this also gets a little bit weird because they can both end up hitting each other. And even though it's low unit count here, you can start to get into some kind of base trade-like scenarios, especially for what Journey's doing.
Now, yeah, definitely. Journey, he's the one that has the Marines going out. So, like, the Siege Tank can be something that's difficult for your opponent to deal with, but its actual damage output is a little bit low. The Marines, if you find a place that's undefended, they are going to deal a lot of damage very, very quickly to that area.
He's going right around. He's going to go into the main.
Yeah, this is
And I don't
nice.
believe there's anything here, right?
Not much.
No, not much at all.
Single Viking here.
Now, the problem is if he doesn't kill that Viking, the Viking is going to get the medevac, and then all these Marines eventually will be killed off.
Tasia not going to let that happen right now.
Okay, he needs to go back down with the Viking. Can he intercept it?
Uh-oh. He's like, oh, no, I'm not going to get it. He's like,
The
oh,
Viking's
no.
so low.
They're like, no, you would have made it. You could have dropped us off over there.
Okay,
We're trapped.
Now this army's trapped in here. And, I mean, as far as micro goes, it's pretty straightforward for Tasia. So big win there for Tasia. Do we know what happened with that tank medevac on the other side of the map?
I'm not sure. No.
Hold on. I think it might have died.
Put on your spectacles.
Put on my reading glasses.
Yeah, I'm not completely sure. But, look, neither side really did much damage. Journey, of course, losing a lot of supply there for this stage of the game, so that's a little bit gross, but it doesn't necessarily mean that he's in too much trouble. He's grabbing a couple engineering bays right now.
Well, hold up, man. He's going to get pushed. I mean, even a Marine count that's that much lower could be an issue.
Well, I mean, he has a decent number of siege tanks, so I don't think he's going to really take too much damage here. You know, Tasia?
Hold on. Siege tank starting to trade blows here. Got to be careful. Marines overextending that Viking up there for Journey.
Yeah, this Viking actually
There's
kills
actually
the
like
Viking.
4 Marines in the front badasses hitting that tank.
All right, so he does pick off his opponent's Viking here. So, like, Tasia, if he wants to do some damage, needs to do some scans as well.
Did Journey finish a third command center? I didn't see it.
No, I don't believe it. Tasia has a third command center.
That's what's weird about this. I don't know why he would be pushing if he's making a third command center.
Well, I think it's just because he killed the medevac with the Marines, so he's like, okay, maybe I can
maybe you're right.
Poke a little bit. And the thing is, there's not like a ton of risk in a frontal push because you can just pick up your tanks and run.
Yeah, stim and run
If you're
out.
like sneaking in the back of the medevac like what Journey did, okay, that can be picked off, but this is going to be a little bit harder to get just picked off.
Well, we have stim here. It started later for Tasia, so there might be an opportunity here for a counter push. Tasia doing a really good job though with those tanks, keeping the potential third base from starting down there. But yeah, let's see if Journey in the next few minutes here, he might have a little push. Actually, the next minute here, he might have a push he can do coming out here and maybe punishing Tasia, because Tasia was being a little bit greedy.
All right, well, looks like we are going to go ahead and have Journey try to take an expansion here. You have Tasia just kind of harassing lightly. Does have to get out when the Viking comes, of course. Viking, the ultimate counter to 2 siege tanks in medevacs.
Yeah, it definitely makes it no longer a viable option. The thing though is that with the boost, they can always run away from the Vikings, so it only drives out positionally. It's like a zoning tool. It's not something that. It's not like in some cases where you have mutas out and then you have to say, well, now this player can't do this anymore at all or he'll lose. You know?
Yeah.
In this case, it can boost out and run away and then start harassing other areas. So as long as you have the HP okay on the medevacs, you can do this for a while.
Yeah. Well, Tasia and Journey both mining from this third base now. We do have an additional factory going up for Tasia. That's slightly different than what we saw before, because Tasia was kind of slow adding factories, in their big macro game on Dusk Towers.
Okay, nobody really taking map control here. Instead, it's really about just reaping the benefits of that third base.
Yeah, I think both of them are looking at this and realizing there's no damage to be done right this second. Like they gotta macro up a little bit. They both just started mining from their new bases. Upgrades are finishing. New upgrades are starting. It's like a spring day.
He's also, I gotta say, Tasia doing a really good job just moving around on the map to generate the illusion of a possible push incoming.
Yeah, he's
but
controlling
now,
Watchtower and stuff.
Speaking of push, it looks like Journey's going to come out here and actually begin that. Now this push is late enough that Tasia's stim is still done. And 1-1 is virtually even right now. They're both getting that. Unless they hit each other in that exact moment in between that, everything should be fine.
The game is quite close right now. No one I want to give like a big advantage to. Like maybe, I would say personally, I think Tasia has a slight advantage here. He's just slightly up in SCVs, and he got his second factory quicker. And siege tanks are pretty good in this matchup.
Yes, they are. Supplies also very even as well. We have sensor towers now being placed. And for the rest of this game, what it should look like is Journey expanding southward and Tasia expanding northward. And I don't believe these two bases in the middle can be claimed unless...
No, probably not.
The game should already be won.
Yeah.
I mean, tank versus tank, I don't...
TVT, the minerals are just like so easily attackable.
Yeah, it's so abusable, and you can attack like from any angle there.
Yeah, it's out in the middle, like really.
Oh, here we go. Now the tanks for Tasia were unloaded first.
Yeah, so they do get those volleys off, but you know what? Journey right now, stimming forward, seeing what he can get done. Most of the siege tanks going down on both sides. Tasia punching through.
Oh, he gets the medevac with a tank.
Getting multiple medevacs, in fact, turning around just at the right time. That was really nice for Tasia.
Now, does he keep pushing? It looks like he's actually backing up. He's going to try to regroup here. No, he's not.
He's got a pretty significant supply advantage here, Tasteless.
Very true.
And picking off that many siege tanks and that medevac, I mean, it's a big deal. Tasia looking really good. The split-second difference on how quickly he dropped his tanks, super paying off for him there.
Yeah, also the better angle that he had with those Marines there. Getting a little bit more shots off, allowing a little bit of a British round can spiral out of control and start to snowball there for the guy who's not in a good position.
Truly can. Right now, we have way more Marines, an additional siege tank, and 2 more medevacs for Tasia, so definitely has that advantage, but can he find somewhere to actually attack?
That's the question. There's also the option for Tasia to try to drop into the main here. He's going to keep pushing forward, try to take advantage of that lead that he has.
Right.
Oh, now that was a tell right there. That just telegraphed that he's going to go to the main.
Well, there's sensor towers all over the place, so I guess you would see that pretty quickly anyways.
Okay, so he unloads out here. He might try to push up into the second, maybe?
I'm not sure. With these sensor towers and like the high ground advantage here on Journey, it's pretty hard to really attack anywhere. Like maybe he can poke somewhere to force some units or some attention out of position and drop the main or something like that.
Possibly. Now, no, Tasia is actually tearing down the rocks here in the middle. He wants as much circulation as possible. This game is starting to develop into the situation we saw in the last game where Tasia is constantly engaging and initiating, whereas Journey is just trying to defend. And the problem with that is that you can end up losing a lot of SCVs and a lot of other possible tech in that process.
All right now we do have him trying to hit an attack here up in the natural. Journey out of position, tries to come in. His Marines are all stuck in here, and Tasia with a huge concave.
This is a massacre,
destroying.
And that might be the game ender there as Tasia is steamrolling Journey.
Oh, man.
And is going to be moving on to the round of 16 here in the GSL Code S.
I love nothing more, Tasis, than watching comebacks of pros that you think are gone. And Tasia has done that here tonight. A beautiful move to finish Journey off, and you can see the depression here in Journey as he hangs his head, ready to GG.
Okay, this game is over. There it is. GG. Tasia is your winner. Has escaped the round of 32, surviving onward into the round of 16 here in the GSL Code S.
Hello, this is Artosis.
Artosis, you do such a good Sojung impression.
Tasia looks happy. He looks kind of relieved. And he puts his name up, becoming the second person to advance to Code S round
That's
16.
right. We got one Terran in there now,
Yep.
and one Protoss.
Tasia's Terran needs to be nerfed. There's a lot of people down at the studio tonight.
Yeah, it's a pretty full house. and I expect those numbers. I expect her occupancy to rise as we see more and more people coming down here.
Journey looks tired.
You could call it that and a lot of other things.
Also frustrated.
Yeah.
Also, and a lot of things.
Yeah, kind of sad. I had high hopes for him, but I will say it's always exciting to see the fan favorite move on. Now, Tasia is going to have an interview here, so Jung is going to translate it.
Okay.
And you can go ahead and do that right now.
Let's see how he feels. Happy, probably.
Oh, wait, we haven't started the interview yet. I'm like, come on, Jung, translate. Okay, here we go.
Well, our second person to advance to the next round is Tasia. Congratulations. It was a cool game. Let's see how he feels. I didn't really think that I would be able to advance to the next round, but I feel happy. Asking about the crying scene, how he felt. I think, you know, in the world of, you know, victories and losses, you know, you can't help it. Well, it was a close game from both of the players. Let's see how he felt about the last game. Well, for the last game, I'm most confident for TVT. I think so. And when I knew I was gonna go against Journey, I felt comfortable and I was able to bring good results. And Tasia has advanced from the losers group. And she's asking how he felt for the losers group, and he says, I was thinking, you know, I should just wrap this up really fast and just go home fast. And I went with 3 barracks, Reapers, and it worked actually. And so I became confident and played the rest of the games. And Cutie says she was surprised for the interview from Code A. Because he's been saying he has been practicing a lot, but and she's pointing out she has like kind of given abilities. And Tasia says, I don't really play games a lot, but I only think of StarCraft 2 24 hours a day. So I just think which builds would be better, which builds would be good. So I think that helped me out today. Asking about the fast decisions, but I play less compared to other SV2 gamers. Well, after a long time of researching, thinking of StarCraft 2, I think it worked out well for him, and I think he might have high expectations for himself, high goals. Let's see what he has. Well, now that I made to round of 16, I think it's been about 2 or 3 years since I've been to Code S. And when I was doing GSL a long time ago, you know, round of 4, round of 8 was a piece of cake for me. But now I want to try that again. And Tasia, we hope to see more games, better games, good games from Tasia. And there's a lot of people here at the studio cheering for Tasia. Let's hear his comments. Well, I just play games thinking that each and every game will be my last game, might be my last game. And I think they're gonna do a raffle, so this is a wrap up from Tasia.
That does it. Good job as always, Jung. Let's get the toast back over here.
Okay, I'm gonna hand it over.
Get that toast tush back on this seat right now. What's up,
Thank
man?
you so much, Jung. I was actually hoping it would be Tasteless that gets up and I could close the show with Jung, but unfortunately not going to be the case here tonight.
Can't have everything Artosis. All right, are we going to actually pretend that we know what's going on in this raffle giveaway? All right, let's hype this. Cast it, play-by-play.
Oh my God, what's he going to find? Little Africa card.
It's number 8. Is number 8 in here? No? Oh, okay. We'll just draw again. Oh my God, did I actually call that? Oh my God, I'm a psychic. I just realized I'm a psychic. Oh my God, I gotta go fight crime right now.
그러면 저희가 일단 방송을 공유하고 나서 다시 한번 진행을 꼭 해드리도록 하겠습니다. 일단 오늘 다시 한번 진심으로 축하드리고요. 또 멋진 경기력으로
I guess we'll just keep watching that.
네.
All right. Bad call by us. Sojung should have stayed here. All right, I think we did it now.
개막전에서 두 번째로 16강에 진출하게
So
된
it's just
Okay, well,
day one of Kodas
이야기를
is
나눠봤습니다.
a
자,
die.
이렇게 오늘 A조 경기 모두 마무리가 됐는데요.
Well,
오늘 경기 결과
yeah, it was a very fun day. Okay, there we go. That's what I'm waiting for.
There it is.
And our 2 players that advance are Zest and Tasia. I really didn't expect Tasia to make it out. Obviously, I expected Rogue to play really well, but he didn't bring it tonight. That's rough.
He didn't bring it, and I thought Journey was going to do a little bit better. Tasia seemed to have a bumpy start, but definitely, and you know what, this is exactly why he was winning so many overseas events, these marathon tournaments. He knew how to adapt, and he did that here today.
Now, our next match is going to be on Friday, guys. Same time, same place. Hero, Lenok, Seed, and Dream. Why aren't people calling this the group of death? That's a ridiculous group. Seed's in good shape right now. Dream was one of the best Terrans last year. Lenok's scary as hell, and I mean, Hero's like the best Protoss in the world.
Hero's pretty damn good as well.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is like a sick group. So you guys better tune in on Friday, and if you don't, I don't want to be friends with you anymore.
You heard it, man. Ball's in your court now. Great day. I love the games. Really exciting to see round of 16 beginning to be made. Who's escaping? Who's dying? Good stuff. Guys, thank you so much for joining us here today for the GSL Codes. We'll be back Friday, same time, same place. We love you. Good night.